Good morning, students. I hope you have gone through the previous video and are clear about how the respiration occurs in case of animals. Bachche, in our previous video, we discussed about the respiratory surfaces in case of amoeba, in case of certain insects, how the exchange of gases takes place. And we also discussed certain common features of respiratory surfaces, whether it is the cell membrane, whether it is the spiracles, whether it is the trachea or the lungs, all the respiratory surfaces, they have certain common characteristics. First is the membrane or the wall of the respiratory surface is quite thin so that easy diffusion can take place. Secondly, they are richly supplied with blood vessels so that the oxygen or the gases which have exchanged can easily be absorbed into the blood. And the third is they provide a large surface area so that the maximum gas exchange can occur. Now, today we are going to discuss about human respiratory system mechanism of breathing, how the exchange of gases occurs in case of humans. Now focus here, respiration in humans. Human beings are air breathers and the respiratory surface are the lungs. In the lungs also alveoli are the places where the actual exchange of gases takes place. Air contains oxygen. The function of the respiratory system is to breathe in oxygen, and that oxygen is utilized for respiration, means oxidation of food and energy is produced. Along with the energy, carbon dioxide is also released, which has to be removed out of the body. So I told you earlier also, respiratory system, the function of respiratory system involves breathing also, taking in oxygen, giving out CO2, as well as cellular oxidation. Now we will firstly discuss about mechanism of breathing. As already discussed, the process by which air rich in oxygen is taken in and the air rich in carbon dioxide is given out. So the process of breathing involves two steps: inhalation and exhalation. Inhalation means breathing in oxygen and exhalation means breathing out carbon dioxide. How does it takes place? But in the mechanism of breathing, the main function is controlled by rib cage, our chest cavity and the diaphragm. Lungs are floating in the chest cavity, and these lungs are covered by the rib cage. Rib cage is a complex network of various ribs, and there is a muscular sheath at the bottom of the chest cavity that separates the chest cavity from the abdominal cavity. Now what happens during inhalation and exhalation? During inhalation, three things happen with it. The muscles between the rib cage, which are also known as intercostal muscles, they all contract. वो सभी contract करती हैं. When the rib cage muscles contract as well as the diaphragm contracts. The diaphragm, which is the dome shaped earlier, now on contraction it becomes flat. When it moves downward, the rib cage moves upward and outward. ऊपर की तरफ और बाहर की तरफ rib cage move करता है. You can experience this also while breathing in. When you will breathe in, you will feel like your rib cage is moving upward. Due to the upward and outward movement of rib cage, the volume of the chest cavity increases. When the volume increases, the pressure of the air or the air pressure in the chest cavity decreases, but the air outside the body has the high air pressure, so the air moves in towards the region of low air pressure. So air is sucked in the lungs and the lungs expand and they get filled with air. Now this oxygen from the alveoli enters into the blood. Blood has a pigment called as hemoglobin. That pigment has the affinity for the oxygen. It carries the oxygen in the form of oxyhemoglobin, provides it to all the cells, and from the cells it picks up carbon dioxide. That carboxyhemoglobin is brought back to the lungs, from where it enters into the alveoli, and during exhalation it is removed out of the body. So what happens during exhalation now? Opposite to everything. Here the muscles were contracting. Here the intercostal muscles will relax. Diaphragm will also relax. When diaphragm will relax, it will move upward and again it will become dome shape. Rib cage will move downward and inward. So the volume of the chest cavity will get decreased. When the volume of chest cavity decreases, the pressure of air in the lungs increases and air is pushed out from the lungs. This is the mechanism of breathing. Now we will discuss about the human respiratory system. Yes, human respiratory system. The main organs of human respiratory system are nose, nasal passage, trachea, which is also known as windpipe, bronchi, lungs, and diaphragm. We have already seen that in the mechanism of breathing, diaphragm plays an important role. Now what happens? How the air enters into the lungs? If you see the diagram of the human respiratory system, the nose has two holes which are known as nostrils. These nostrils allow the air to enter in. The air from the nostrils passes on to the nasal passage. In our nose, the walls or the lining of mucus is there, and there are hair in the nose. The dust particles and other impurities, they get entrapped and the clean air enters into the lungs. From the nasal passage, which is separated from the buccal cavity by a bony palate, the air enters into the trachea. Trachea is the windpipe. This trachea divides into two tubes, each of which enters into the lungs. These two tubes are called as bronchi. We call them bronchi. You could see these lines over the trachea. These are the cartilaginous rings. Trachea does not collapse even when there is no air. Why? Because it is protected by these cartilaginous rings which provide it a support. Now the two bronchi which enter into the lungs get further divided into numerous bronchioles. You could see these small tubes. The main bronchi is dividing into many small tubes. These tubes are called as bronchioles. Each bronchiole ends up into a balloon-like structure. These balloon-like air sacs are known as alveoli, where the exchange of gases takes place. Since these are the alveoli where the exchange takes place, so the wall of the alveoli is thin. Now remember the three features. They are highly vascularized, means these alveoli are surrounded by large number of blood capillaries so that the oxygen is absorbed by the blood. Moreover, in the lungs, these alveoli are in the folded form, and it is believed that if all the alveoli of both the lungs are unfolded, they are opened up, they provide a area of almost 80 meters square, which is equal to a tennis court. So all the three characteristics, thin membrane for easy diffusion, rich supply of blood vessels, and a large surface area has been fulfilled by these alveoli. And the structure of the lungs. Lungs are designed in such a way that they provide all these all these features which allow the maximum exchange of gases. Now taking a review again, air enters through nostrils in the nose, then it moves through nasal passage. Nasal passage बच्चे is lined with mucus and fine hair. The dust particles and other impurities, they get trapped by the nasal hair, उसमें फंस जाते हैं, and the clean air enters our lungs. From the nasal passage, air enters into the trachea. In between, in the respiratory system, you might have seen that above the trachea, there is a larynx. This is the voice box. Trachea does not collapse even when there is no air in it, because it is supported by the rings of soft bones called cartilaginous rings, जिनको हम properly we call them as cartilaginous rings, which are made up of cartilage. The trachea runs down through the neck. This windpipe, it moves down, continues down through the neck and gets divided into two tubes, जिनको हम bronchi बोलते हैं. Each bronchi enters into the lungs. The outer membrane of the lungs is called as the pleura. In the lungs, each bronchus divides into still smaller tubes called bronchioles. Each bronchiole ends up into tiny air sacs called alveoli, where the gaseous exchange takes place. The respiratory organs in case of humans are lungs. Respiratory surfaces where the exchange of gases take place are the alveoli. So alveoli have thin wall for easy exchange of gases, highly vascularized, provide a large surface area. There are millions of alveoli. If unfolded, provide a large surface area. It is very important question. Many times has been asked, how are the human lungs or lungs in human beings designed to maximize the area for exchange of gases? So all the points, there are millions of alveoli in the lungs providing large surface area. If unfolded, they would give an area of about 80 meters square. The walls of alveoli are very thin for easy diffusion, and they are surrounded by very thin blood capillaries. Now there is one more question in the NCERT. How is oxygen and carbon dioxide transported in human beings? But the answer to this question lies in the following points, but I have not written the exact answer. I have discussed with you all the points. Actual transport of oxygen and carbon dioxide occurs through blood. We know blood carries a pigment called as hemoglobin. That hemoglobin binds with the oxygen in the form of oxyhemoglobin. It is transported to all the cells. When the cells oxidize the food, that food and carbon dioxide is released. That carbon dioxide again binds with the blood, and also it gets transported in the dissolved form and is brought back to the lungs. But I have discussed all these steps here. See, when we breathe in, diaphragm and the muscles attached to ribs contract. वो contract कर जाती हैं. Volume of chest cavity increases. Pressure of air in the lungs decreases, and the air from outside, which is rich in oxygen, it rushes in. Now the alveoli get filled with air rich in oxygen. From the alveoli, oxygen diffuses out into the blood, because alveoli are surrounded by millions of blood capillaries. Blood carries oxygen to all parts with the help of the pigment hemoglobin. All the cells get oxygen and oxidize the food to release energy and carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide diffuses into the blood and the blood carries it back to the lungs where it diffuses into the alveoli. वो वापस से alveoli में चला जाता है. The air rich in carbon dioxide is now present in the lungs. The diaphragm and the muscles attached to the ribs relax because it is the time of exhalation, due to which volume of chest cavity decreases. Air rich in carbon dioxide is pushed out from the lungs. This is all about human respiratory system. Draw the diagram of human respiratory system. I will be one more topic in respiration is left, which we will discuss tomorrow, that is carbon monoxide poisoning, and one experiment which is there to prove that carbon dioxide is released during breathing. So this we will discuss in tomorrow's video, and then I will send you the list of all the questions that I have covered in my notes. You need to write down all those questions related to the topic respiration in your fair notebooks. Thank you.